So these are the values of y minus y bar. So that is also coming to 0. Now if you look into the formula, the numerator is total of x minus x bar into y minus y bar. So what you have to do is you have to obtain x minus x bar into y minus y bar and then take the total. So in the next column, we'll have x minus x bar into y minus y bar. You have to multiply the previous two columns. This will be this sign, and please be careful with the negative signs. So now by this time you might also already come across the difficulty in the calculations as well as the time of consumption. So the previous method, it was very simple. You have to just do x into y, x square, y square. Here you have to do x bar, subtraction from x bar, subtraction from y bar, their products, and should be careful whenever you have the negative sign, two negative sign, the product of two comes out to be positive. And then if you look into the denominator of the formula, it says obtain the square of x minus x bar. So it's somewhat, involves the calculations of your mean as well as standard deviation. So that's why I say I suggest use the first technique only, which is simpler. So here, another advantage, say I could say about this method is that tabular calculations will be time consuming, but once you substitute in the formula gives you answer in 2 to 3 steps only. So I need x minus x bar whole square. X minus x bar is minus 26.6. So when I square that, I get 707.56. Y minus y bar is 2.2. When I square it, I get 4.84. So obtain x minus x bar and y minus y bar whole square for all the pairs. So you have got the total of x minus x bar into y minus y bar, x minus x bar square, y minus y bar square. So I'll remove the mean. So now comes the substitution part. So in the denominator, that is 501.8, and then you will have denominator numerator, that is the denominator square root of, you will have 3988.4 into 81.6. So if you remember the previous calculations, the numbers were almost same. Numeratorly 5018 ittu, and denominator were like 39,000 or 3,09,000 ittu. So here you will get the same answer. You could see. Now simplify this, 3988.4 into 81.6 produces 325. 453.44, and we need square root of that. So when you square root, take the square root and divide it by 501.8, you will get the same answer. 501.8 divided by that 0.8796. This will have divided by root of 325453570.484, which is same as 0.8796. Okay, so I've shown the calculations using both the methods. Now you decide which method you will follow, and practice 2 to 3 problems in that method, and be sure about the calculational steps and your procedural parts where you feel difficulty. Concentrate on that. Now, any doubts in the calculations? Any of the columns which you have not understood? So time investment, like you have to invest the time, sit and actually do the problem. It becomes easy. So the moment you solve 2 or 3 problems, it becomes easy and you can pick up in the speed of the calculations also. No doubt ಇದೆಯಾ ವಿಕಾಸ್? ಏನಿಲ್ಲ.
Thank you again, sir, for showing on Excel. It became much clearer, and it's easy to understand now.
Okay. Fine then. I'll end the session. So we have almost, done with the basic part of statistics. So as I said, statistics is divided into 2 branches. The first part is where we introduce you some basic tools and techniques of the statistics, and then in that part, we have the probability part. So we have covered the 25% of the part, which is roughly descriptive statistics. So when you observe some data, how can you summarize them? And then in the next class, we'll talk about the probabilistic approach to statistical data. So we'll see what probability is, what are the other probability models we have, how they help us in computing the probabilities of certain events where uncertainty is a part and parcel of that particular event in the experiment. And then once this is done, we'll move to the second part, which is called as inferential statistics. So after gaining sufficient knowledge of statistics, now we'll see that in the inference case how to implement the learned part of the statistics in the various real life problems. So that comes under technique called as hypothesis testing. Fine. So I'll end the session here and I'll share the recordings also. So please go through the recordings. If you have any doubt, if you have missed some parts, please go through the recordings.